Here alongside Rush parent and Steelheads legend Jeremy Mylymok as the Rush take on the Steelheads in Game 2 tonight off an overtime win 2 nights ago. Got to ask you first, Jeremy. I'm sure it's always fun being number retired up here in Boise, coming back to see your kids play. No Connor this time; he's up in Calgary, but of course Luke coming back to town. I'm sure it's always nice to come back here to Boise.
Yeah, it is. Regardless, we love it here. We spent 12 years was our home. The boys grew up here, and so anytime we come back here, it's always great. And the fact your kids are playing here at the rink they learn to skate on is even better. So it's always fun to be in Boise, and obviously have a chance to watch the boys live is always something we can't do often. So we got a chance to do it. Just schedule worked out great, so we're here.
Both your kids have been all over since their upbringing here in Boise for sure. I know it's certainly fun to see him come back here, but as the opposition this time, coaching with Scott Burt and whatnot, but coming back here as the opposition, do you kind of lean one way or the other?
I mean, you know what? My son plays for the team. Bertie's the coach of the team. I got both boys here in Rapid City, so I always look for a good game, put it that way. I want, obviously, my roots were the Steelheads. I had a fantastic time winning a championship, so I'll never root against them. I want a good game. That's it. Yeah.
Well, we've got a lot of them so far this season. About the upbringing first of Luke and Connor. How close were they growing up, just on and off the ice, and obviously playing together in a bunch of different stops too?
You know what? They were very competitive. We'll put it that way. They've challenged each other through their upbringing, pushed each other. They battled a lot on the ice and off the ice. They're 18 months apart, but now they're best friends. They spend a lot of time together in the summer, training and on the ice. And I think it's been really nice as a parent, as parents to watch back and watch their relationship grow and develop, and the chance to be able to play later on, in their lives in college and now in pro has been. It doesn't happen often, so we're enjoying it.
Yeah, not too many brothers get to play in the same spot, of course, going to Notre Dame together for one, and being in Niagara for a year as well, and of course here with Rapid City this season. What's it like as a dad to see, players at the age they're at now and brothers still sticking together and being line mates too?
It's just pretty surreal. I mean, they didn't play together since Pee-wees, I believe, was the last time they played hockey together. So the chance to fast forward, 8-9 years later, and they're together at the highest levels in college and then in pro. That's been exciting. Things just kind of mapped out. They've worked out. We haven't really pushed anything. Things have kind of happened organically for them. And A, you got to have somebody that likes you, that wants you, and B, you got to perform when you're there. So they've been able to do that for the most part, and they're still working on their games and learning their trade here at the pro level. But for us as parents to be able to watch, it's cut down our screen time on the weekends. We can watch one game instead of two.
So there was no push at all for them, or at least not a huge push for them to play hockey and together as children?
I mean, they played everything growing up. So we played lacrosse, they played golf, they skied, they did everything, baseball, you name it. So I just wanted them to kind of figure out their pathways in life and what they wanted to do. And I figured, as parents, we decided, hey, the more they do, the more they'll figure it out on their own. And obviously, with Dad playing hockey, they had a strong gravitation to the ice, and got to a certain age where they had to get out and do more, and that's why they made the move to Florida and then to Wilcox. Not just for their hockey, but me personally, just for my career, what I wanted to do and get more exposure and do more things on the hockey side and help grow hockey in the towns I was in. And it just happened to be hockey was their passion, and they fall in love with it and they work hard at it, not just during the season but off season. So they have a chance to do something a lot of kids can't do. And the fact they're doing it together is a lot of fun.
What kind of memories do you have from when they were young and you were still playing here, just growing up at this rink and coming to hockey games here?
Yeah, I mean, they literally, after our practices, my wife would drop them off. On the concourse here, I'd bring them down to the locker room, get their skates on, open the gate, close the gate on them, and say, "I'll see you in an hour." Go back to the locker room and get a bike ride in or get a workout in, and then they'd just be on the ice tooling around, having fun. So, and then they got into hockey, obviously, here, learning to skate. We had some skating coach, and Marcy Turner was their skating coach here. Her husband worked for the arena as well. So they got a lot of lot of friends here, a lot of teammates still that have moved on, that are still playing college and junior and where else. And I think this was a great stepping stone for what they needed in their lives. It's a beautiful community to raise your family in, and we were just fortunate to have some really good hockey people here, and I had access to the rink here for the boys growing up. So yeah, they learned here. It was fun.
Yeah, this is very similar to Rapid in that, this is the National Hockey League team of Boise, Idaho, in the Treasure Valley. What was it like, being a huge part of this hockey community and raising your kids in Boise as a hockey family?
It was amazing. I mean, my goal when I was recruited here, along with John Oliver at the time, and we saw what was here, the city, the support, beautiful place to live. Great fans, and the whole thing missing was a championship. So my goal coming in kind of later in my career and J.O.'s to come here was to win a championship. And we got close the first couple of years and to finally win it in 03-04 at home on a Saturday night with family and friends in town. Yeah, it was amazing. It's an amazing place to live, number one. I still got a lot of good friends here when I come back to town. It's a place that you can get used to for sure.
So both your kids made their league debuts here at Idaho Central Arena. First with Connor as a Steelhead late last year. Gets in a scrap in his first shift or something like that at the pro level. Was that kind of like a full circle, like father, like son moment for you?
It was. To come here, end the season, his college year, and sign here, obviously with my old team, the team he grew up rooting for. And then to be able to get down to first game, first scrap, first goal. Same with Luke. Got to see his first pro goal at this arena. But I think Connor's probably more nervous than me. His first game with the Steelheads. He's stepping into a barn that his dad played at 6 years. But there's no pressure. He didn't really feel it. He said, "Go play your game, have fun with it, enjoy the moment, get through it, learn from it, and then get better the next game."
And on the Luke side as well, second pro game here. He scores a late game tying goal for the Rush against Idaho. You're watching that game as well. You're here in Boise for that. What are you thinking when he does that?
Silent fist pump. No, it was exciting. I mean, again, timing is everything in life, and the fact we were able to be here at an off weekend. I think we're actually on break from our academy there, and to be able to come catch his first game and see his first goal. I mean, you couldn't script it any better. You don't get these moments too often in life. We've been fortunate with my career and what I do for a living. We didn't miss a lot of what they do, and any big game or special moments, we were able to support and be there, and no different here. So,
what's made both of them successful pro players so far?
It's the work they put in the off season. They work extremely hard in the weight room. There's no days off for them. They push each other. We have a great academy up in Coeur d'Alene, where we have a field house and weight room, so they get access to that. They train with NHL players up there in the summer, so they learn a lot from guys like Tyler Johnson, Derek Ryan, Kyler Yamamoto, and a bunch of other guys are up there training as well. So I think they're coachable, they listen, they work hard, and I think they both have different skill sets they can bring to help offensively. And then, Connor's obviously a bigger kid, more physical, and has a B game. So if he's not producing, he's still going to be effective in the way he plays. And Luke's just learning the pro game right now, and he's got some touch around the net. Now it's a matter of just rounding out his game. And if you're not producing, the next step's going to be how we helping the team win without the puck.
Last question. Connor's trying to make himself into one of the more feared fighters in the ECHL, and he's kind of getting to that point. When you're watching on television Connor fight, are you reacting differently than Darlene?
No, it's fun. You see when it's happening before the puck drops. I'm like, here we go. She's like, how do you know? I said, I can see it. But no, I mean, I'm confident. He's a big kid. He's strong. He's not going to be a 6'6" heavyweight. He's a guy that's going to throw his way around and hit and fight when he needs to. But he's trying to make a name for himself in this league, and it's a couple fights I wish he wasn't in. I think the team could ease him on the ice for those 7 minutes rather than, kind of getting that fight. But it's his first full year of pro. He wants to make a statement, and he got to the American League, and he's doing the same thing there. So I think that's how he has to play. He knows what he is. He likes the role he's in. He really, a lot of players don't like fourth line minutes or roles. They want to be skill guys and produce and try to move up that way, but there's plenty of room for guys that want to do things the way he plays the game. So he's figured that out at a young age, and he's doing it well, and now it's the next level, trying to do the same thing.
All right, Jeremy, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.